So, we should be on test D now, okay? So, until now, we have done next to the bag. The apple is next to the bag. The apple is under the bag. The apple is on the bag. And the apple is in the bag, okay? We are now going to try two more. Okay, so this time, the apple is in front of the bag. Look. The apple is in front of the bag. In front of the bag, okay? The apple is in front of the bag, okay? And if we're going to have in front of the bag, then let's also have behind the bag, okay? So this time the apple is behind the bag. The apple is behind the bag, okay? The apple is behind the bag. Massa is behind the card. Hello. Massa is behind the card. Hello. Okay, so this time we're going to have in front of and behind as well, okay? Alright, so same as before, you can use any objects you like, okay? Let's use these two. This is a bit difficult, but from before, from test C, we have the broccoli and the tomato, okay? So look, the broccoli is on the tomato, okay? The broccoli is under the tomato. The broccoli is next to the tomato. The broccoli is in the tomato. Wow, the broccoli is in the tomato, okay? And then the two new ones, the broccoli is in front of the tomato. Look, the broccoli is in front of the tomato, in front of the tomato, in front of the tomato, okay? The broccoli is behind the tomato, behind the tomato, behind the tomato. Look, the broccoli is behind the tomato, okay? You can do the same with this one. Look, the ball, the tomato, okay? So, the tomato is on the ball. Ooh, wow, look. The tomato is on the ball. The tomato is under the ball. Wow, this one's more difficult. The tomato is under the ball. The tomato is under the ball. The tomato is next to the ball. Okay, the tomato is next to the ball. The tomato is the tomato. Okay, I can't do in the ball. Okay, because I have to cut a hole. I'm not going to cut a hole. Okay, but imagine the tomato is in the ball. Okay. Now look, the tomato is in front of the ball. In front of the ball. The tomato is in front of the ball. The tomato is behind the ball. Look, here it is. The tomato is behind the ball. Look, here it is. The tomato is behind the ball. Look, here it is. The tomato is behind the ball. Okay? In front of the ball, behind the ball. Okay? You can do anything you want. You could use a guitar. Okay? The guitar is in front of Massa. The tomato, sorry. The guitar is behind Massa. Might still be able to play, actually. The guitar is next to Massa. The guitar is on Massa. The guitar is under Massa. Okay, and the guitar is in Massa. No, you can't do things like that. Okay, but you see what I mean? You can use guitars. You can use people, Massa. You can use anything you like, okay? But you have two things, okay? And you say one of them is on, one of them is under, in, okay? So that is this month's test, okay? We're gonna have a listening test and a speaking test. You guys doing test D, you're gonna do on, in, under, next to, in front of, and behind. In front of and behind, okay? Please try not to mix them up, okay? I know it's very difficult, but we'll be practicing in lessons anyway. Alright, so until the test, keep practicing, and I shall see you for the test. Good job. Play rock, paper, scissors next if you want. So, see you next time. See you! Okay, sorry, before we finish, I thought we'd play rock, paper, scissors, 1, 2, 3, okay? This time, if I win, Massa, if Massa wins, okay, Massa wins, you have to say, oh, I lost, okay? Oh, I lost, okay? But If Massa loses, I say I lost, okay? You have to say, I win! Okay? I win! Okay. And then if it's rock and rock, okay, we have to say, it's a draw. Okay? It's a draw. Okay? Alright, so we're going to play rock, paper, scissors, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Are you ready? 1, 2,